Hi everyone, my name is Kaushal from Kaushal Beauty, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this makeup look right here, which is a summer glam makeup look. It's fun, it's fresh, it's got a little bit of colour and a pop of shimmer on the eyelids. So if you would like to see how to get this makeup look, then stay tuned. For this summer glam makeup look, we're going to go really glittery on the eyes, but first of all, we are going to do the base. For my primer, I'm going to use a bit of a different product, and that is the All Nighter Setting Spray from Urban Decay. This I love using underneath my foundation and also on top of my foundation to really lock it in place, and this is going to last you all night. So we're all primed and ready for foundation. And for foundation, I'm going to use something a little bit dewy, but still quite good coverage. And this is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And this is in the shade Punjab, which is such a beautiful match for my skin. So I'm going to get this onto the back of my hand, about 3 or 4 pumps, because I do like my foundation to be full coverage, especially on like a night out. I'm going to take my beauty sponge and start blending this all onto my skin. So to really lock my base in place, I'm going to get the All Nighter Setting Spray one more time. This is from Urban Decay. And then taking my beauty sponge, I'm going to press that into my skin. So for the next step, we are going to do some highlighting and concealing. And for that, I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And this is in the shade NC20. It is quite brightening, and I really love that really bright under eye look. So first, I'm just going to get a couple of pumps of this onto the back of my hand. And then with a brush, I'm going to paint this on the areas that I want to highlight and brighten. I like to bring it up on the sides of my nose as well. A little bit on my forehead and my chin. Now that it's on the areas that I wanted to add it to really kind of bring forward on my face, I'm going to take my beauty sponge and start blending all those lines away. So we've done all of our cream and liquid products on our skin, and we're going to move on to setting all those areas with powders. So I'm going to use the Smashbox Contour Palette, which is this palette right here. So I'm going to take some of that on my brush and then just kind of set all the areas that we applied that concealer in all those highlight spots. So before we move on to the contour part, I'm actually going to go and bronze my skin first. And for the bronzer, I'm going to take this right here. This is the Let's Hoola from Benefit. You actually get 2 Hoola bronzers in here, and I think this is fab because I always have one Hoola bronzer, which is my backup, and one that I'm using. So in this, you get 2. You're all sorted. Taking the brush that actually comes in Hoola, I'm going to get some bronzer on here, and then I'm just going to start bronzing my skin up. I like to take this on my kind of hairline, really push it up there, and then also where my cheekbones are. This is just going to help us look really nice and sun-kissed. And then I also take it on my jawline. So to add a little bit of shadow to these kind of areas of my face, I'm taking that same Smashbox contour palette, and I'm just going to concentrate that on the outer parts of my cheeks, and it just adds a tiny bit of shadow there. So we've got 2 more steps left for our base, blusher, and highlight. So for blush, I'm going to take one of my favorite blush shades ever, and this is the NARS blush in the shade Dolce Vita, and I love it. So I'm going to grab this on my brush and just really lightly dust that onto the apples of my cheeks. I feel like this blush just goes with any eye look that you do, and it just makes your cheeks look really nice and flushed. So the last thing left to do for our base is to add some highlight, and this is one of my favorite steps to do. And for that, I'm going to use this product right here. This is from MAC, and it is an extra dimension skin finish in the shade Show Gold. It's got a really beautiful pinky gold kind of iridescence to it. So I'm going to get this on my brush, and I'm going to start applying that to the high points of my cheeks. So now we're going to move on to doing some eyeshadow. I want to do a really nice like bluey glittery look. So before we move on to actually putting any eyeshadows on our eyelids, we need to make sure that we're priming our lids. So for that, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is in the original shade. So the first thing that I like to do whenever I do any kind of eyeshadow look is I like to work on the crease first. This is the transition shade, which is going to help all of the shades that we put on our eyelid and anything above our crease really blend in together. So I'm actually just taking Hoola from Benefit, getting that on a fluffy blending brush and applying that into the crease. So I'm going to take the palette Rockin' Rebel from MAC. It's got some really beautiful greeny blue shades in here. And I'm actually going to take a mixture of this shade and get that onto the eyelid. So the key for any eyeshadow look that you do is to blend. So now that we've got the eyelid color and the crease color in there, I'm going to take a little bit more of Hoola and just help really marry those two together. When you think you're done blending, blend a little bit more. That is definitely the rule. So I want to add a little bit of pop of shimmer and glitter onto the eyelids, but before we do that, I want to go in with a bit of a base color that's going to really help that pop. So I'm going to grab these two shades right here from that same MAC palette. I'm going to make sure I get my brush saturated with that, and then I'm just going to concentrate that on the center part of the eyelid. To make sure that the glitter that we put on the eyes is really intense, I'm going to get my brush and I'm actually going to spray some all-nighter on there. And this is going to give the eyeshadow some stick. And for the glittery shadow, I'm actually going to take this Moon Dust palette from Urban Decay, and I'm going to take Light Year and Vega mixed together. And then I'm just going to concentrate that into the middle part of the eye. And it really catches the light and it adds like a real nice pop of shimmer there. We are almost done with the eyeshadow look. The last thing that I want to do is smoke out my lower lash line. So a really cool trick that I like to do is I like to take an eyeliner. So this one is the one that I'm using today. This is the Sisely Phyto Kohl Star waterproof eyeliner, and this is in the shade Sparkling Black. So I'm going to grab this, and first I'm going to tightline my upper waterline. This is going to make the lashes look really nice and thick. And then I'm going to run this along my lower lash line, and then also kind of like smudge it into the lashes. Taking the same Rockin' Rebel palette from MAC, I'm going to take this dark kind of grey shade here, get that onto my brush, and then really smoke that out. So where we've kind of messily applied the eyeliner, it's just going to help make everything look nice and smoky. One thing that I cannot forget to do whenever I'm doing any kind of eye look is to apply mascara on my lower lash line. So for that, I'm going to take this right here. This is Double the Volume from Benefit. This is actually their Bad Gal Bang mascara. It's brand new, and this actually comes with two. So again, you've got one that you can use right now, and then the other one you can have as a backup. What I'm going to do is apply on my bottom lashes, and this looks so amazing on them. It really helps separate them and adds volume to them as well. So we're almost done with the look. Next step is lips. For lipstick, I love a liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna be using this right here. This is the Clinique Pop Liquid Matte, and this is in the shade Cake Pop, which is a really gorgeous nudie mauvey pink, which is like my go-to color. So I'm just gonna get this onto my lips. The final step is something that I can't do any makeup look without, and that is to pop some all-nighter setting spray. This is from Urban Decay, and I'm gonna get this all over my face. This is gonna get rid of any kind of excess powder you may have, and it's also gonna keep everything stay put for your night out. And this, you guys, is the end of the summer glam makeup look. You can wear this for a night out, you can wear it out for dinner. It's just a really fun, fresh, with a hint of kind of glitter on the eyelids. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Have an amazing time on your holiday, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye!